Okay, we can still scale this back. Still teching, but we don't take advantage of it. We get hit. Unfortunate, we lose. Oh, nah. There's nothing really I can say about this except just react better, bro. Like throwing yourself into the lion's den like that, I wouldn't suggest it next time. And the likelihood of you converting this is higher now because he level 1. And then it went back to like 70 because you burnt yourself out. But then it went back up because he burnt himself out. No. No. Not a proper use of your resources, brother. Alright, so welcome to another Cammy session. This character is mad popular, so we're gonna do another one for you. Unfortunately here, you didn't actually make it necessarily the worst mistakes per se. It was just fine, right? But he just happened to have the counter for it. And that's something that I do want to talk about every so often, is that just because something bad happened, doesn't mean the action that you took was incorrect, right? Yeah, technically you thought you were going to keep playing the back and forth game, so you're going to try and press a heavier button so it goes a little bit further. It's fairly fair assumption. Okay, playing that neutral game. Unfortunately, you didn't get your actual combo here. So you did your standing light kick a little bit short, but I won't fault you for it. It was just necessarily in the moment type situation. So oh my god, we can kind of let it rock. You feel me? Let's try. Now we have to be super mindful of our meter. Nice. Okay. If you're gonna keep walking in and out of spaces, you have to be ready for this. Okay, so the reason why you're doing this back and forth is because the pros do it. The reason why the pros do it is because you're searching or you're trying to get them to tech like this. And the moment they do, a standing heavy punch is waiting for their vases, right? So we want to make sure that we're taking advantage of something like this, because this is like a standing heavy punch, drive rush into the corner, right? Nice, we anti-aired. Nice reaction. Take them to the corner. Not the right routing. Okay, we've already kind of ascertained that our opponent likes to tech. Just by these two interactions, we can already start to tell that our opponent likes to tech here. Right? So if we know our opponent likes to tech, that's when we start taking advantage of it by trying to get a couple more shimmies in the way. Yeah, you see, he's just teching every time. Nice check. Hey, what are you afraid of here? If you didn't know, Give's level 1 is an anti-air, okay? Meaning that it doesn't actually hit anyone on the ground. So there was no reason to necessarily try and get out of this situation like the way you did. Now you're a little bit in trouble, but you get level 1, which is fine. My concern is that you might just make a habit out of it, and I hope you don't, right? In a situation where that you're one shot and they can kill and you have to guess, that you just don't. Wow. Okay, so when you see your opponent charging this, oh wait, where is it? When you see your opponent charging this, you have a couple of options here. Okay, unlike Street Fighter V, you can move a little bit. You have a little bit of time to move before the proximity guard kicks in. So what proximity guard is that notice when your opponent presses a button on you, you stop moving. This happens a little bit shorter than it did in Street Fighter V. In Street Fighter V, you while charging, you could not move. You know what I mean? So what can you do in this case? You can either A, try and jump this, B, DI this, or C, try to get a low on him. Okay, the more consistent option is to DI this, because if you DI this, then they cannot do this option anymore, and it closes off one of their better options. Nice quick punish, no follow-up. Okay, this happens to everyone, don't worry about it, it's not too bad of a situation yet. Oh, nah. Okay, so in these cases here, you gotta be very mindful, bro. If you see your opponent just charging, you don't press a button into it. Okay, at that you had drive rush, and then you were cooked. You had drive. Ooh! Okay. So in these cases, I want you to look at their drive meter. If you look at their drive meter, you can notice the fact that they are like just a touch away from being burnt out. So in these cases, we might not want to try to go for pressure, more so to try and break them. Then once we've broken them slash gained a little bit more meter drive gauge, then we can kind of push our advantage there, right? Because let's say we try to get our or break their drive gauge. If we're throwing out standing heavy kicks, right, that will increase our meter as well, which will allow us to do low forward crouch or crouching medium kick into drive rush, right? Okay, cool. Watch out for, oh, okay, I was gonna say watch out for level 3, but no, he burnt himself out. You can still win this. Okay, so one thing that you want to keep or notice or keep in mind is the fact that in situations where your opponent is just standing there and they got 3 bars of super meter to work with, they're more than likely trying to react to something. Okay, so throwing yourself into the lion's den like that, I wouldn't suggest it next time. So what would be your better options? As of right now, we have not seen you use dive kick at all. And in the case where you notice that you are one shot and your opponent tries to DI you or whatever have you, or tries to standing heavy punch you, you have to go for parry instead of DI. Like I mentioned before, DI is on the table if you have your health resource. If you don't have the health resource, it's no bueno, you have to parry, okay? And hopefully you get the perfect parry. If you do get the perfect parry, you know, we're in there, we take them in the corner, and then we still kind of gotta guess, but it forces them into a worse situation. Nice reaction. Oh, we messed up the combo, unfortunately. Ooh, so 2 mistakes we made here, okay? One was not acknowledging the fact that we no longer have drive rush cancel available to us without burning out. Okay, we ideally only want to burn out if we're doing like a cash out combo that'll leave them one shot afterwards, or be into like a situation where they have to guess for game. Aside from that, you don't want to put yourself in this situation early, because the entire match can scale off from that interaction, right? So like this entire round could very well, I haven't seen it yet, but this match could very well scale off of that singular interaction. You could actually lose here. Okay, we're blocking it out. We don't use dive kick at all. I'm kind of wondering why we don't use dive kick at all. Okay, yep, typical thing here. Oh no, why would he do something like that? Okay, so notice how our opponent still is trying to tech here. Okay, I want you to really keep that in mind, because if you can acknowledge or notice the fact that your opponent is teching a lot, then that's when we can start to shimmy them. That's when shimmying becomes that much more stronger. If they're not taking a lot, that's when we can throw them. That's the simplified version of it. Obviously, there's more depths to it. But for this case, or for this scenario, that's pretty much all you need to know. And generally, until you get into like 1600, that's generally what you need to know. Okay, we can still scale this back. Still teching, but we don't take advantage of it. We get hit. Unfortunate, we lose. Okay, in those cases, like, we did not see a single dive kick. No, I don't think I've seen a single dive kick. So we're not utilizing our dive kick. Maybe you feel a little bit nervous about using it against Zangief because you don't want to get too close to him. But regardless, dive kick is one of your strongest tools, at least when it comes to dealing with getting more plus frames and such. You want to be able to use that a little bit more in your gameplay, because otherwise you're gonna have to keep forcing situations with drive meter, and you're not necessarily, with respect to you, you're not necessarily there at a point where you're with punishing a lot, right? But you need a way to get in. So this is kind of how you're going to circumvent that, at least as Cammy. Let's see how the next match goes though. Okay, so moving on to this second game here. Oh, we made a dive kick. We didn't space it out properly, but we're kind of making this work, but we have to be a little bit more accurate moving forward. I actually want to make commentary on this here. Okay, I get that what you were looking for, so we'll kind of give that one a pass. This one was way too close, right? This one was way too close. And although it ended up working out kind of in your favor, a lot of the situations people are going to end up blocking. And then when they block, that's a punish because you're hitting them too high up on their body, which is resulting you in being negative. Nice. Ooh, okay. We're making the adaptations here. Like, there's nothing really I can say about this except just react better, bro. Like, you're just gonna have to get used to seeing it a little bit more often. You're gonna have to get better at seeing it. Yeah. Oh, we can. Okay, you need to also learn the side switch combo because as of right now you are not utilizing that, and you need to put them in the corner. It makes them fear for their life a little bit more. Okay, we can Mario run this back. Okay. Nice. Nice. I got nervous there, but nice. Ooh. Okay. Oh, he's one of those. Okay, so when you're fighting an opponent like this, once your opponent shows you something like this, you have to be really mindful, bro. So let me tell you what type of opponent this is. This is the type of opponent is, let me whiff something in hopes that you will press into it, but you won't press into it on time, so I'll get the punish counter DI. That's the type of opponent you're dealing with, right? In order to combat this is either A, you know which buttons to press that will allow you to react to DI afterwards, right? So that would be your crouching medium punch mainly. Also, if anything, you can just kind of chill, play the neutral, wait till they whiff a button, and when you see them whiff a button, chill out because you feel like the DI is coming, and eventually the DI will come. And then once the DI comes, you can punish them for it. So in people who are like swinging for the fences, you want to be super patient against them. Wait for them to whiff something and then punish them. Ooh, I don't know why we finished the entire string there. Or target combo, I'm sorry. Okay. No. Not a proper use of your resources, brother. This is why I say it's not a good usage, okay? Reason being is that number one, this is such a life deficit. I would not want to put 3 meter behind it, okay? If it were a game where we were a little bit closer in health, sure, and then you want to, close it out a little bit, whatever. But here it's like you have to make 2 right guesses and he has to make 1. Okay, and even then it might even be 3 right guesses to kill him. Okay, the odds of you converting this round are already pretty low. You only cash when you feel like your chances of winning are like 60-40 them. Okay, so if it's like, no, let me even be more, if it's 65-35 them, okay, that's when I say you can use your level 3 to make up the difference, especially if you feel confident that you can close out. However, in this case, it was like 80-20 and you went for it, and the likelihood of you converting this is higher now because he level 1. And then it went back to like 70 because you burnt yourself out. But then it went back up because he burnt himself out. Okay, one, this is not how you do it. Okay, this is not real. Okay, you have to do jab, standing heavy punch, heavy spin. Okay, if you just do heavy punch, spin, heavy punch, spin, that's not real. The people are just gonna jab you out of doing something like that, okay? Even then, for those who don't know, it's not technically an actual infinite. What you can do when your opponent does this is that when they do in between the jab and the heavy punch, you can actually force a trade there off of the heavy punch. So this is not real. But, oh, we killed. Nice. We appropriately baited and won the game. Nice. All respect towards you, man. Okay, so last round up, let's see how it goes. You got your successful jump in, but didn't follow it up with the button, unfortunately. Okay, that's a good dive kick. Took your heavy punch, but do be careful with this because this is technically not a meaty, meaning they can actually mash out of this as well. Okay. Ooh, I don't know why he stuck that button out. Okay, so when it comes to Give's kick, right, this one right here, depending on how he falls down, it'll depend on how plus he is, okay? If the knee is falling on you, then it is in fact plus. But if the knee is still rising or still in the air and not actually falling yet, then he is negative, okay? I know it's hard to see in the moment, but you need to adjust your eyes to it in order to properly fight this character, especially when he does that. There you go. Yep. Textbook player, bro. Textbook player. And like all you gotta do, I don't want to say all you gotta do, but the thing you have to do in this case is that you have to be patient and wait for it, right? While you're in neutral, you either have to be super confident in the idea that you will whiff punish them, or don't press anything at all, wait for the DI to come. GG's. This character will snowball you. And unfortunately, that's how these grappler characters work, is that they will, you know, they fish, they're really hard for their hit. Once they get their hit, they'll run amok. Not liking that. I like the okay. I'm cool with the light kick drive rush, but we didn't have any follow up for the. We didn't have any follow up for the light kick. I would have just preferred you did light kick drive rush stand jab light kick again, right? That would have been into like. Okay, I like the pressure, a little, you know what I'm saying, a little gimme, a little gimmick, you know what I'm saying, just close out the round real fast. Yes sir, I like it. Unless you fold. Nah. Okay. All I'm saying, if he baited you, you would have died. If he baited you, you would have been G-O-N-E gone. Okay, very weird, but unfortunate. But you know what? It's not the worst in the world, okay? You could have got punish counter for real. Nice. You hit him with the low, so the standing heavy punch don't work. Unfortunately, you've been using hooligan throw a little bit too often. Maybe using hooligan overhead might be a little bit good of a change. You are not keeping in mind your meter. You really need to start keeping in mind how much meter you have, because you cannot be burning yourself out this often. Okay, cool. Push up on this. Good on the patience, don't be too active. Ooh, nice. Honestly, you're in pretty good shape to close this out. You're in really good shape to close this out. Now you just need a hit. Now you need to confirm your hit. Please don't get like whiff into DI'd and then. No. Okay, let me for reference, okay? Everyone who's fighting Give, okay? Once you see that CA pop up, you don't want to be near. Okay, unfortunately you're a rush down character, so you kind of have to be near them. Okay, with that being said, I need you to be, the entire time you have to be mindful of it, because you have to respect this, because this will come. Okay, once you get to the higher levels, people will leverage the fact that they have it against you and not use it and just hold on to it. But at this rank, they're gonna use it, and now you're in trouble. Ooh. Oh, you got done the worst way, man. Okay, so with that being said, we kind of need to use like the plus rooms of our dive kick a little bit more. Notice how we only used it maybe 3 or 4 times the entire 3 matches that we watched. With that being said, let's go over a couple of things in the lab and I'll see you there. Okay, now that we're in the lab, let's go over a couple of things. Okay, so let's propose our opponent does this, right? What are our options? We can hit them with that, right? We can decide to try and jump over it, get the punish, right? Or we can try and fish for the low here. Okay, that is something that you want to keep in mind at all times, the fact that you have that available to you, so that it kind of closes out that option for them. Okay, the next thing that you kind of dealt with was this situation here. Oh, there we go. It's medium kick. I apologize. Okay, so if he does it like, let's get it here. Oh, a little bit closer. Right about the line. If he does it this close, then you're plus, okay? Meaning that you can match on the situation. However, there are some unique situations like this one right here, where if he's falling down with the button, then he'll be plus on the situation. Okay, let me put it, actually, I want to put it in slow-mo just so you can see the interaction here. Oh, I missed it. Apologies. About here. You see how he's still falling with the button? Too close. You really got to get in the right space, but this is how hard it is to get that specific spacing. Anything short of that, you can match on the situation. You see how it fell on him? In the cases where it falls on you, that's when he's plus, like so. Okay, and only those situations there is when he's plus. You see how it falls upon him, okay? So you have to be super mindful of that. And this would be a similar case with your dive kick, okay? When it comes to your dive kick, you want to keep it as close to the toes as possible so that you can get the plus frames. Not sure why he's dashing. Okay, the lower to the legs you can get it, the better. Okay, so ideally you want to force that sort of situation here. Okay, once you get a little bit better with dealing with neutral, you'll have a better time when it comes to dive kick, because right now you don't necessarily know what to do aside from walk up and do this, right? At a certain point you'll start to realize that using your light kick to punish things, right, especially when it comes to this situation here, right, if he gets it wrong, we can get the, we can try so, like that, like so, right? We can get the punish like so. Okay, we want to make sure that we're optimizing our stuff a little bit more. On top of which, there are situations where your opponent will like wake up tech, right? We want to make sure that we're walking out of ranges and prepared to yeah, we're walking out of ranges and prepared to with punish, okay? Because we're gonna walk forward, pretend like we're gonna do it, and then we're gonna hit them in their mouth. Ideally, regardless, you should be striving to do this, because either way, when you're trying to bait, even if they don't press anything, you still want to enforce some sort of situation upon them. So regardless, you're gonna be doing this, right? So regardless of the situation, you kind of want to be a little bit deceptive with it, okay? You can also, if you feel so confident, you can also do something like that as well to get the punish, right? Walk forward and then go for as quick as a dive kick as you can, Ideally, you want to do it pretty low so that you can get the didn't get my light kick. Get the combo following. Lord of mercy, yeah. Like that, okay? Anywho, those are the things that I want you to focus on a little bit more, on top of which you need to react to bear hug a little bit better. I'm not sure what bear hug is. What is bear hug? I don't know what bear hug is. I don't really care. You just need to react better to bear hug. I know just saying react better, but it really is, truly is a mad slow move. So being able to react to it better will help you in the long run, okay? When it comes to walking up on Zangief, right? Your opponent might sometimes be inclined to do something like this, right? When you're dealing with an opponent that will just do this, it's either A, you're ready for this punish, or B, you just kind of chill and wait, and then you wait for that punish, because otherwise you're just letting your opponent get away with nonsense that they shouldn't be getting away with, right? Either you super confident in it or you're not, okay? If you're not confident in it, just kind of chill. So if you get caught out by it once, sure, whatever, because your opponent is being silly, whatever. But once it happens, if it happens the first time, that's when we're like, okay, let's focus in on it and let's make sure, excuse me, it doesn't happen again. Okay. So with that being said, those were the things that I want you to focus on. Also, there was one situation where you did something like, let me get rid of this. You did something like this, right? And then you try, and then you whip throw, and you also burnt yourself out by doing so. Might as well just go for this, right? The reason being is because let's say it's on block. Even if it's on block, you still get the throw pressure afterwards, right? Technically you get the plus frames afterwards, and if it hits, then you can go into sending light punch into sending light kick again. Okay, let's see here, like so. Okay, and it keeps it super simple for you, right? Because if you go for this, it's not the greatest thing to do, and then it doesn't guarantee you your hit afterwards. But if you do it this way, you get the hit, and if they decide to block it, you can still get the throw afterwards, right? So it gives you best of both worlds, either on hit or on block, which is a little bit better of a situation for you. Anyways, I am done yapping about this game. Appreciate you for watching the video. Hope this helped you, my friend, and every Cammy main out there. And if you're looking for more content, check out my playlist. I have a whole bunch of videos helping a whole bunch of people with a whole bunch of characters. Have a good one, y'all. Peace.